I inform the Chancellor that in visits undertaken in relation to the Treasury Committee in Washington, Frankfurt and Brussels, the pre-eminence of London as a financial centre is not in doubt. But we need to do two things. One, reform the tripartite arrangement looking at that issue, and secondly, address the international dimension to this, whether we're talking about the issue of liquidity tests, which many countries haven't undertaken, or the issue of rating agencies. Those two are preeminent, and I hope that the Chancellor, when he receives the Treasury Committee report on Northern Rock, will not only include it in the consultation exercise, but take seriously the points that we make on both these issues.
Well, I very much hope that we can do that, and as I understand it, the Select Committee report will be published fairly quickly. I hope that once we have its conclusions, I can then accommodate as many as we can. I think the other point that the honourable gentleman makes is equally important. This is very much an international problem. Some of the problems that are affecting banks are affecting them all over the world. We need to look at early warning systems. We need to look at the position of the credit rating agencies. And I said before that I've always regarded them as simply a source of advice for companies, not a substitute for their judgment. We also need to look at the recommendations for the Financial Stability Forum, which we will be discussing with finance ministers in the G7. We'll be discussing in Tokyo in a couple of weeks' time. The last thing I would say, coming back to the City of London, it is very tempting. I can see from the opposition point of view, but I think, frankly, people working in the city, people in the wider country as a whole, deeply resent the Conservatives when they attempt to run down the City of London. It is actually very important to us.